The chickens have been here for 2 weeks now. We've received them. We set up the fence originally. Go see that video, Predator Pinball. And now it's time to move them for the first time into the permaculture orchard so that they can work in there. They've worked this area pretty good. Normally I wouldn't keep them 2 weeks in one area, but the first week they really didn't eat much grass. Now they've learned, they've eaten the grass down pretty good, fertilized it pretty good, and we're ready to put them in the orchard. I'll show you all the steps involved in moving them. Before the chickens go in, these two beds, these two rows here, let's see what it looks like before they come in and they're impact. So we did the first step, mowing. I like to mow the rows wherever I'm going to put the fence. I generally mow. Some people run over it with a tractor to make a track or their 4x4. And others don't mow at all and they just set up the fence. That's all right. If you have a strong enough charger, you can do that. The electric charger. Ours is a hardware store charger. It's not the most powerful. So mowing helps because every time you have a piece of grass touching the fence, it will short the fence out a little bit, so you'll have a little less juice for giving a good shock to the predators or the chickens. So next thing we'll do is just take down one of the fences. If you have extra fence, and I wish I had extra fence, I should just buy three more lengths of electronet. We'll set up one in that row and one over here, and all you really need to do to set up your fence is know where you're going next, because that will determine where you start your fence. Wherever you start your fence, you have your connector, and that's where you can hook up your electric wire to. So I like to know where I'm going so that I'll know next time where I put that connector piece. So first, let's just take off this one. Because this first time, the chickens were in a place where I knew they would be challenged. The predators would come in and check the fence. We used a lot more of these support posts, so it takes a little longer to take it off. If you have no support posts, or we usually just use them in the corners, then it's a lot quicker to take it down because you don't have to take these off. And it's an electro net fence. So just like it's kind of like a fishing net. It gets caught in things, so you don't want to be walking through the trees if possible, or at least possible place. So next I'll just set this one up out and lay out the posts, and we'll see where we have to cut through to come back that way. I like to hold them all and just peel them off as I put them together. So that's that length. Now we'll do the L, because basically what we're doing is two pieces like this, and we just put this one up. Actually it goes like this, like that, goes up the row and across, and the next one will be across and up the row, so that we'll join the two down there. Since I know darn, go see that disadvantage video. Since I know the other end isn't fully extended the way it would be optimal, because we have to basically adjust based on where we can go through the lane. Don't want to go through under a tree or between two thick trees. So I moved it back a piece. So I know that my fence, if I set it up from here to go join, I'll have an extra piece. So what I'll do is I'll start at the other end and I'll use the extra here. I'll use the extra over here in the yard, and I can go wide, even though I have to go over where the chickens were. That's all right. I'd rather have the excess over here. And now the small part of the L. So we finished joining the fences. We just opened one of the old fences up, and now we're just pulling the pen through to start. You see here's where they were, and the chickens know what's going on, even though they haven't moved before, but they know fresh grass and they know the ability to be in a new place. We don't have to chase them into the new place. They're usually there as soon as we open the fence. So that's a nice feature, that they go on their own. So we'll just move the rest of the fence, close the fence behind them, finish the rest of the setups, give them food and water, put a charge on the fence, and as we say, Bob's your uncle. So there's always one in every crowd. It seems there's always one chicken that just thinks that where it was is so much better than the new place. So just keep the end of the fence open and convince it gently to walk into the new section. So now we're closed up and the pen is moved. We'll put the sides down. We'll fill the feeders, fill the water. Don't neglect the water. Make sure it's clean. Make sure they have water. Our irrigation system goes on every day, and as long as the irrigation system's running, this hose is dripping, and so we know that they're going to have refreshed water, nice water, clean, in abundance. Fill the grit, and they'll be in here. Put a spark on it, and they'll be in here for a week. We'll move the pen every time we come back. We'll move it a distance. They'll explore all through here, and I'll show you the after effect. You don't see so much the before, but certainly before, I can just show you in one of the other lanes and the tree rows what it looks like before. But they will do a great job of scratching on the plastic, and we do use them wherever we see. And here you can see there's some grass that started to invade on the plastic. So they will do a good job of scratching that up. And then if I really feel ambitious and I want to make sure the plastic is fairly clear of vegetation, the vegetation we don't want, then I can always weed it on top of the plastic, and it gives us a smaller piece to weed each time. Haven't done that in a while. I've relied on the chickens to do all that weeding. So before you ask me, don't the chickens tear up the plastic? They've been in here most every year for the last 12 years, and it's still the same plastic. No, they don't tear it up. The chickens pretty quickly learn to be economical in their gestures. They don't scratch any harder than they need to, and all they really need to do is move the stuff that's on top of the plastic, move it around. So they don't scratch hard enough to tear it. In fact, they'd have a hard time tearing this plastic, but all they want to do is move the litter around to see if there's anything underneath it. That's all they're really searching, is what's in the litter. And so they don't scratch any harder than they need to. And no, they don't tear the plastic. And this is a 4 mil plastic, and it's been here for 12 years. The back fence is just about removed. We don't want to leave it up. There's no need to leave it up. It's really right in the yard, so we don't want to leave it up. And we're supposed to get a couple of days of rain this week. So with the chicken impact and fertilization in the grass here, a couple of rains in a week or two, the only way you'll know that we're chickens here is that the grass will actually grow better where the chickens were. So it's always a good feature to have the chickens do some extra fertilizing, and the grass really gobbles it all up. Chickens have gone from here. You can see their impact in places where the water was, the grit was, where the pen was. And now they've moved over here. And they're going to go through this front block of the permaculture orchard for the next few weeks. They're already completely underneath the trees searching in there. Chickens are basically still jungle fowl. They're not that far removed from their jungle cousins, and they really belong in and under trees, not so much out in open grassland, although they do okay there. But they are really best at foraging, feeding, searching for insects, scratching underneath trees. So the permaculture orchard is really an ideal habitat. If you've got yours going and it started and the trees are a little established, you can start putting in chickens pretty well a year after planting, I would say, quite easily. And they will do a great job of clearing up, removing some of the pests, especially important at removing drops. If they're ripe, they won't take green fruit or really unripe fruit, at least not here. And they will gradually pick up all the grit that they need just from the orchard. But minerals is really important. Grit and sand. Most food gets their taste from the mineral content. If your food is lacking in minerals, it's not going to be as tasty. So if you want eggs that really are tasty, you really have to give your chickens an abundance of minerals. Grit is really important. Ideally a mixed source rock. If you ever watch chickens with a mixed rock source, they will pick through and pick the rock types they are looking for. If you give them just like most of the feeds are given with one type of rock crushed, either oyster shell or something, and it's not giving them everything they would want. Although once they are on pasture, they generally can find, but it depends on the soil. Some soils just don't have much grit and gravel in the soil. So make sure they get lots of grit, gravel, and let the jungle fowl roam in the jungle of the permaculture orchard. So thanks for watching. Enjoy your chickens and enjoy the eggs. See you next week. Bye. Thanks for watching. Intrigued? Check out the virtual tour of the permaculture orchard. Have trees already? Pruningcourse.com. Subscribe, please. Check out some of the other videos or playlists. There's more to come. Stay tuned. Bye.